What makes someone risk everything for a moment they know will destroy them? In 1995, Hugh Grant threw away his golden boy image in one night on Sunset Boulevard. But here's what you don't know. He later admitted he sabotaged himself on purpose because he just watched his own movie and hated his performance. Welcome to a deep dive into the minds behind Hollywood's most shocking betrayals, where we explore not just what happened, but why these stars couldn't stop themselves from pressing the self-destruct button. Welcome to True Crime Explorers. Subscribe so you don't miss our deep dives into the psychology driving Hollywood's most devastating decisions. This isn't just celebrity gossip. We've analyzed decades of infidelity scandals through psychological research, examining narcissism, power dynamics, trauma bonding, and technology's impact on betrayal. From 1995 to 2025, we'll trace how these scandals reveal consistent patterns of human behavior under fame's microscope. Based on court documents, memoirs, and psychological studies, we're uncovering the hidden forces that turn love into wreckage. These are case studies in self-sabotage, entitlement, and power's dark side. 10. Hugh Grant and Elizabeth Hurley, 1995, self-sabotage. June 1995. Hugh Grant was arrested on Sunset Boulevard with sex worker Divine Brown weeks before his film premiered. His relationship with Elizabeth Hurley seemed perfect. So why? Years later, Grant revealed he'd just watched his movie screening and thought his performance was terrible. Consumed by imposter syndrome at his peak, he unconsciously sabotaged himself. Psychologists call this self-handicapping, creating obstacles so failure feels less threatening. Grant owned it publicly and faced consequences. His career survived, establishing a blueprint. Even at your highest point, internal doubt can override rational thinking. While Grant's scandal involved a stranger, our next case shows how betrayal becomes devastating when it's someone in your inner circle. 9. Jude Law and Sienna Miller, 2005, proximity trap. July 2005. Sienna Miller, just 23 and performing Shakespeare in London, discovered fiancé Jude Law had been sleeping with their children's nanny, Daisy Wright. The betrayal violated their home and exploited someone they trusted. This is the proximity trap, when opportunity meets access. Research shows workplace and nanny affairs share a thread: crimes of convenience disguised as connection. Miller later revealed she blacked out 6 weeks of her life from trauma. She couldn't remember performing 8 shows weekly. Years of therapy helped her reclaim herself and process the global humiliation. The proximity trap shows access creates temptation, but what happens when combined with ultimate power? 8. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver, 2011, Power and Entitlement. May 2011. Arnold Schwarzenegger's 25-year marriage to Maria Shriver collapsed when she discovered he'd fathered a son with their housekeeper, Mildred Biner. The chilling detail? Bainer's son was born days after Maria gave birth to their youngest. For 5 years, Arnold lived a double life. He saw his secret son daily while maintaining his public image. When Maria confronted him in therapy, she described sitting on a hotel floor, consumed with grief. Research shows powerful people rate their partner value higher than their partners. Arnold embodied this: action hero, governor, wealthy. He believed rules didn't apply to him. If Arnold's entitlement came from status, our next case reveals how age gaps create devastating vulnerabilities. 7. Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore, 2011, age gap wound. For a decade, Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore proved age was just a number. Until September 2011, when Kutcher cheated with a 21-year-old he'd met bowling on their 6th wedding anniversary. Moore's memoir revealed Kutcher had grown increasingly distant, emotionally detached, evasive. Emotional withdrawal came first. Physical betrayal was secondary. Moore called it a profound psychological rupture. The betrayal confirmed her deepest fear: she wasn't enough. Infidelity weaponizes victims' insecurities. While Moore faced one betrayal, our next subject discovered her husband lived an entirely separate life. 6. Jesse James and Sandra Bullock, 2010, The Double Life. March 2010. Sandra Bullock just won Best Actress. Within weeks, multiple women alleged affairs with husband Jesse James. These weren't mistakes, they were sustained relationships. Research shows people with dark triad traits, Machiavellianism, narcissism, psychopathy, are more likely to cheat. These traits allow compartmentalized lives without guilt. James could kiss Sandra goodbye, then meet another woman without internal conflict. Bullock withdrew from promotional events. Her greatest triumph became her deepest humiliation, robbing her of joy at her defining moment. If James represents analogous compartmentalization, our next case shows how technology amplifies narcissistic behavior. 5. Adam Levine and Behati Prinsloo, 2022, Digital Narcissist. September 2022. TikTok influencer Sumner Stroh claimed a year-long affair with Adam Levine while married to pregnant Behati Prinsloo. The shocking detail, Levine allegedly asked to name his unborn baby after Stroh. More women came forward with flirtatious screenshots. Levine admitted to poor judgment but denied physical relationships. The digital disinhibition effect makes people bolder behind screens. Levine's DMs revealed someone who believed fame made him untouchable. Meanwhile, Prinsloo navigated devastation while pregnant under public scrutiny. If you're finding these insights compelling, hit that like button. Our next case shows how modern crisis management turns remorse into calculated PR. 4. Dave Grohl and Jordan Bloom, 2024, Public Confession. September 2024. Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl posted a shocking Instagram statement. "I've recently become the father of a new baby daughter, born outside of my marriage." Sources revealed wife Jordan knew about his flirty behavior for years before he outed himself. The statement wasn't accountability, it was narrative control. Psychologists distinguish performative remorse from genuine accountability. Performative focuses on repairing image, genuine focuses on repairing harm. Grohl's calculated confession likely saved his career, the modern playbook. If Grohl's scandal shows American PR, our next case reveals betrayal on the global stage. 3. Gerard Piqué and Shakira, 2022, cultural icon betrayal. Soccer star Gerard Piqué and music icon Shakira began their love story on her 2010 World Cup anthem set. For over a decade, they were celebrated as a power couple transcending boundaries. June 2022, they announced separation. Rumors exploded that Piqué had been unfaithful, hosting late-night parties and growing distant. Shakira called it the most painful experience of my life. Research shows people with idealized romantic beliefs view infidelity as more severe. When Piqué betrayed Shakira, he betrayed everyone who believed in their fairy tale. The parasocial relationship meant this breakup registered as cultural loss. Shakira channeled pain into chart-topping music, transforming victimhood into power. While Shakira experienced betrayal once, our next subject endured a cycle so damaging it became a trauma-bonding case study. 2. Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian, 2018-2022, serial cycle. April 2018, Khloe Kardashian was 9 months pregnant when videos showed boyfriend Tristan Thompson cheating. She gave birth days later, processing devastation on camera. February 2019, Thompson kissed Jordyn Woods, her sister's best friend. December 2021, Thompson fathered a child with Marilee Nichols while still with Khloe. Each time, he apologized. Each time she forgave. Each time, he betrayed again. Why did she stay? Trauma bonding, psychological attachment forming when someone experiences intermittent abuse and affection. Thompson's pattern created an inescapable cycle. Each reconciliation represented hope that this time would be different. Breaking trauma bonding requires recognizing patterns and accepting that apologies without change behavior are manipulation. If Khloe's ordeal played out over years, our final case shows how in 2025, your life can collapse in 3 viral days. 1. Andy Byron and Kristen Kitt, 2025. The viral collapse. July 16th, 2025. Andy Byron, CEO of multi-billion-dollar Astronomer, attended a Coldplay concert with Kristen Kitt, the company's HR director. Both were in other relationships, neither expected to become the internet's main character overnight. The arena's kiss cam landed on them. They kissed. When they realized they'd been caught, their faces froze in panic. The crowd laughed. The clip went viral, tens of millions of views. Within hours, the internet identified them and their partners. Within 3 days, both were on administrative leave. On July 19th, 72 hours after the kiss, Byron resigned as CEO. This is the panopticon effect. Cameras are everywhere. Anyone can become instantly visible. Byron and Kit weren't celebrities. They were regular people who made a public mistake. In 2025, that's all it takes. Compare this to Hugh Grant in 1995. His scandal took days to build. Byron's was instantaneous, globally distributed, with no narrative control. Technology has changed not just how scandals spread, but how brutally they're prosecuted. The spotlight doesn't belong only to celebrities anymore. Anyone, anywhere, anytime can become the world's entertainment. From Hugh Grant's self-sabotage in 1995 to Andy Byron's viral collapse in 2025, we've traced 30 years of betrayal through psychology. Infidelity follows patterns. We've seen proximity creating temptation, power breeding entitlement, technology amplifying narcissism, and trauma bonding trapping victims. These aren't just celebrity problems, they're human problems magnified by fame. Which current Hollywood couple do you think might be next? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. For more true crime top 10s, check out video in the right-hand corner. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We post new psychological deep dives every Tuesday and Saturday. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Pay attention to patterns. Thanks for watching.